Hey there, William. Looks like you're trying to get this wheel going here. So, see what we can do for you. Turn off some of these things here and go into your sketch. Looks like you have a bunch of dimensions needed. So, see what we can do. So first, I'm going to delete some of these patterns here, and this is your mirrored stuff, so I'm going to delete that too. First thing is there's degrees of freedom going all over the place. First thing, you're outside one. So one thing you want to make sure is that all your dimensions are locked in. One thing is when you hit a dimension here, it's actually showing that it's an ellipse, not a circle. So that's going to be an issue. Also, it's not stuck to the origin. So stick it to the origin, so that way it's locked in. So that way, if you actually move this part, so let's see, we are going to extend this line out to the edge and figure out how long. So some of these dimensions are a little bit too big. So let's see. All right. So now that that's a circle, and let's make sure it's on the center point here. So that way it can't go anywhere. This can't go anywhere. Oh, that one can. So all right. Dimension this. And you want to get in the habit of dimensioning things, so that way it's locked in and fully defined. Up here, we're going to extend these lines to the edge. And from the center, so 7.8. One thing I noticed is that you kind of want to have this come around, so I'm going to show you a couple of little things here that probably will help you out and see what's going on. So let's trim this up here. Okay, so I'm going to make this a construction line and a center line. So that way, if we come to here, actually, center line. Again, make it simple. Okay. And what else are we looking for? Now, one thing is you want 5 parts. So the reason I did this is you have 360 degrees going all the way around. You have 5 parts, and this is half of the part. So if you really wanted to, you could draw another line on this side and then go from there, but it's not really necessary. And then you want to have this coming into here. Now we're going to do a tangent command to there. Trim that off. Draw another circle to here. And have that point on the circle. And also tangent to it. Now if we make this one, let's say 30, it'll stick to it. Let's trim these off. And looks like that dimension there. So now we have one dimension needed. Let's figure out where it is. It's right there. Make this our construction line. Okay, so now if we change this to 28, that'll stay in line. We're going to trim to here and there. And this in line with the center point. So here's our little part here. It's half of it. Let's draw a line here and trim this off, and I'll show you why. And let's trim all this stuff off. And to that point to there. So now all we have, I mean, we could trim this stuff off, but you only need two. So the reason I'm going to do this is now, when I extrude it, now you have your little portion. I'll show you a quick little trick that I picked up back in the day. We're going to add our own thing. So call this one our spoke number. Make this a unitless command and put it at 5. So put right here spoke number. So from mirror this part along the mirror plane here, and then mirror rotate these around the center axis at the spoke number. We will get that. So if we make a form, put our spoke number in there, use our form to drive it to 6, it changes spoke numbers. So we can do 7. We can do, it'll probably start breaking. So you can start getting some cooler things, but so I hope that helps. So that way when you're done, if you actually come back into here, you say, okay, well now I know this is too big. I want to make this at 28, and this at 6 degrees, this at 2 degrees. You come back in, and the whole thing adjusts parametrically. If you wanted to, let's say you turn on the visibility of this, you don't actually have to enter into the sketch. You could just enter, this dimensions from here. So let's say, let's make this one actually 10, this one to 3, that one to 2.5. What's that one? 1.7. Let's make that 1. Yeah, let's make it 5. Nope, just kidding. 2. Anyways, and then we can hit our update, and it'll update everything. So those are a couple of tips. Some other things here. Let's make this 10. So if you really wanted to, you could come in, go to your functions, and you could rename these things. Or if you're actually in the sketch itself, you could say center hole equals 10. First step. So if you actually go into it, and then it'll call it lug distance right there. So you can go back and rename all these things, but if you go into the form here, it'll now show up as items. So if you really wanted to, say I want my center hole to be at 9. It'll update. First step at 15. Spoke number 6. So if you get a little too crazy, it'll start breaking things, and it'll cause you problems. But I hope that helps.